If one method doesn't work for you, something else will. The other way that I actually teach is it's so simple.
This is Stephanie B. with Career Makeover Academy, and today I have Jeanette Riles with Jeanette Riles & Company, a real estate investor with more than 12 years of experience, bringing her information online so that she can teach others how to do the same thing so that they can be financially free. Welcome, Jeanette. How are you today?
I'm great. Thanks for having me on, Stephanie.
So why don't we just kind of give people a little bit of an idea of what we're talking today about?
If you just get overwhelmed by having a goal sheet and looking at that goal sheet every single day and saying those goals to yourself, you just get so overwhelmed because you feel stressed out. Another method that I teach is Personality Plus. What that means is you take your goal, however large or small it is, and I'll use the marathon as an example again. All you need to do is write every single thing down on a piece of paper on the wall, kind of like a brain dump. Then you put those things in order.
When you put them in order, can you elaborate? Like, is it a chronological order, alphabetical order of interest?
It needs to be in a chronological order. So, for example, if you were going to run a marathon, number one, you want to talk to your doctor, make sure that's okay.
Yeah.
You then want to make sure that you have all the gear you need, specific sneakers, the snacks and stuff you need to carry with you. Right now, it's like 10 degrees outside, so I would need specific gear to run in right now if I was going to train for a marathon. All of that stuff needs to be out of the way before you even start. So those would go in order. And then all you do is you take that big piece of paper, put it over the top, and then you start with number one. So if that means go to the doctor, that means I don't stress about anything. My one thing that I need to do is call the doctor, schedule the appointment. When that's done, I cross it out, I move the paper down, and I go on to the next goal. Some people, like I said, they get so overwhelmed with things that if they can't see it, it's okay. They look at one thing and that's all they need to worry about. So that's Personality Plus, because if you're not a type A person and I give you 50 things to do for one goal,
totally going to shut down.
Absolutely going to shut down. And that doesn't do anybody any good. All that shows you is, like you said, I feel like a failure. Yeah. And that's not what goal setting is for. Goal setting should be based on what you want out of life and how you can actually get it. If one method doesn't work for you, something else will. The other way that I actually teach is it's so simple. If you just pick 3 things per day that you want to do, it doesn't matter if it's fitness, work, money management, whatever it is, pick 3 things and just do them. Those 3 things are what your goal is for the day. Once you get them done, whether it's 9 o'clock in the morning, noon, or 6 o'clock at night, if you want to add something else, that's fine. But you need to get those 3 things done. And that really works well for people that have children or a number of things that they have to do or be places certain in the day. That way they don't get overwhelmed.
And they get that feeling of accomplishment. If you have an appointment, you go to the appointment, you did it, you're good, you feel like you've accomplished those 3 main tasks that you set out to accomplish for that day.
Exactly. And then you own your day. You have 3 children and you're a taxi service left and right all over the place with them. You feel like your day is run by something and someone else. Mm-hmm. But if you can actually put some reins on that and pull it back and say, wait a second, before I even take them into dance lessons, I'm going to write 3 pages of my blog for myself. And then when you go take them to dance, you're like, I already got one thing done. That means while they're at dance, you might be able to work on something else, or at least let your mind kind of wander so that self-consciously things can start to turn and things will be a little bit easier for you. But I think people put so much pressure on themselves to do things and be perfect at everything that they do nothing.
Yeah. Eventually it gets to the point where you're almost apathetic because you just feel like you're failing over and over and over again. So why try? I know that that's happened to me in the past until I actually went on this entrepreneurial venture. Most people that knew me probably thought I was really lazy because I would try to start to do something. I'd get overwhelmed by life or health issues, and then that would kind of go downhill.